Why another stimulus package, otherwise known as a COVID relief bill, is highly likely. Also, a new report just released showing the true impact of all of this massive inflation on the vast majority of Americans. And gas prices are going down a little bit. I have all the details and some more updates for you in this video. Let's jump into it right away. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. Things are changing very rapidly right now, but I'm here for you each and every day, breaking it all down, doing all the research so that you don't need to help you out in any way that I possibly can, and to make sure that you're getting the latest updates hot off the wire as this information is being released. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's jump right into the update. All right, so let's quickly talk about gas prices here, because realistically, this is impacting virtually everybody. Whether you drive a lot or you drive a little bit, here's the thing. These increased gas prices are translating into the increased prices on virtually everything that all of us buy. Therefore, we need to watch gas prices very closely. Even if you are somebody like me who doesn't drive at all, you still got to watch this, because this is translating into the prices that we pay, even on the food that we buy at our local grocery stores. So we got to watch this stuff very closely. However, over the last few weeks here, we've seen gas prices go up significantly just in the matter of the last maybe 3 weeks or so. Well, here's the deal. Gas prices have actually been going up consecutively for the last 9 weeks straight. In fact, over those 9 weeks, gas prices have gone up 98 cents as the national average. So basically 11 cents a week is what it calculates out to. That's a lot. It should not be going up that fast over that short period of time. But anyway, over the last week or so, gas prices have actually dropped from the record of $4.33 as the national average down to now $4.27. Yes, we've gone down a whole 6 cents per gallon. However, at least we're going down rather than continuing to move higher. However, at the same time, oil prices are moving back up once again. Here's what's interesting about it. A few weeks ago, oil topped out at $130 per barrel, and then it plummeted down to under $100 a barrel, down to about $96 per barrel. So about $34 is what it went down. But yet we've only seen gas prices go down 6 cents a gallon? Figure that one out, right? Does that make any sense to anybody? It doesn't make sense to me, but again, what do I know? I'm just some random guy, right? Anyway, just wanted to point that out so that you have an idea of what's actually going on. But again, with all of this going on right now, I want to lead into the next report here, and I find this to be actually very interesting. So, a new report that was just released are showing that 64% of Americans right now are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, this is across all different income scales. We could be talking about somebody earning $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $80,000, even $100,000+ a year. We're finding that a lot of these people are living paycheck to paycheck. Let me break this down for you, because this is, again, showing the massive impacts of all of this inflation on the vast majority of Americans right now. Again, another metric that we need to watch closely, because it's showing us an actual true vision into what is actually happening out there right now to the vast majority of Americans. Here's what we're finding. Get this. In April of 2021, so essentially 1 year ago, there were 54% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. However, here we are virtually 1 year later, and now it is 64% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. A 10% increase of people living paycheck to paycheck literally in 1 year's time. That is a huge, huge increase right there, right? So, at the same time, they're also finding that 48% of those people who are earning $100,000 or more, again, are also living paycheck to paycheck. So even somebody taking down 6 figures a year is living paycheck to paycheck. I should say 48%. So virtually half of those people are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, again, we've talked about this before, and I think all of us in this community are very aware of this. Anybody living on a fixed income, the lower that you get down on the income scale, the tougher and tougher it gets, right? I continue to see so many reports about this, talking about how the low income and the fixed income, these people are really, really having a hard time and absolutely getting hammered right now because of this inflation. Because here's the thing, people that are out earning, let's just say $100,000 from a job, again, I know this is not the fact for a lot of people, but I'm just using this as a quick example. They have the luxury Again, and yes, this is a luxury of going to their boss or their management or whoever and saying, hey, I'm earning $100,000 a year and, I'm having a really hard time surviving on this. How about you give me an increase of maybe 10%, something like this. They have the luxury of going and negotiating a higher wage or salary with their management. So maybe they could peel off another 10%, another $10,000 a year just by having a simple conversation. Well, for those of you living on Social Security or SSDI or SSI or VA benefits, can you call up Social Security and say, hey, I'm receiving $841 from SSI. What do you say? Do you want to give me another 20% raise on that? What do you say? Another $160 a month? They would say, are you kidding me? That's not really how the program works. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said a minute ago, somebody earning, 100 grand a year or 80,000, 50,000, they have the luxury of talking to their management or their, supervisors, whoever happens to be the person in charge of their payroll. And they have the opportunity to actually say, hey, if you don't give me more money, I might just up and quit. I might just walk right out of these doors and quit here. Well, a lot of employees right now have the upper hand when it comes to their wages and their salaries. But like I said, the fixed income, you don't really have that luxury. You can't call Social Security and say, excuse me, I'm receiving $921 from SSDI. What do you say? You want to give me an extra $200 a month because I'm really struggling right now? They would laugh at us. They would not even consider that. That is not how Social Security works. They couldn't care less if that's the situation for us. So, kind of an interesting thing right now. And again, this is just showing the true effects of everything going on right now. And really, it is hitting home for a lot of people right now, even the middle class, even the higher income people out there, six-figure earners. Basically, 1 out of every 2 people, you see 2 people walking around the street, they're both earning $100,000 a year. One of them is really struggling, and the other one is probably barely scraping by as well. So, I don't know. Anyway, it's all really coming home in these with all these reports and everything that I'm finding out there. So, anyway, I like to share this stuff with you just to kind of give you a perspective on what is actually going on. And for those of you who are struggling right now, maybe low income or living on a fixed income, I just want you to know, if that is your situation, please do not feel like you are alone. There are a lot of people that are struggling right now. And why? Well, it's all because of this massive inflation. It's really, really digging into any kind of disposable income that anybody has. With prices continuing to rise on literally everything, that's just less money that you have to buy other things, right? So if you go out and you previously were spending, say, $100 on groceries maybe every 2 weeks, now you might be spending $150 every 2 weeks. Well, that's an extra $50 that you don't have to spend on other things like rent or gas in your car or clothes or literally anything else that you may need on a monthly basis. So anyway, just another report I wanted to share with you right here in this video. All right, so let's quickly talk about why there is a high possibility and probability of another stimulus package, otherwise known as a COVID relief bill. Here's why. We're actually expected to be hearing some new information here out of the administration that they're going to be pushing for another COVID shot. Yeah, another booster shot for everybody. Here's why. Pfizer and Moderna over the last couple weeks here have come out asking for approval of another booster shot for the vast majority of Americans. Now, Pfizer was just asking for those people over the age 65, and Moderna asked for everybody who is an adult, 18 and over, to get approved for another vaccine. So here's the thing. What we're hearing from the administration right now is they're broke. They don't have any more money in the COVID relief bills, in the COVID relief bank account, essentially. So they looked into their big old bank account and they said, we've got nothing. We do not have enough money here to actually pay for vaccines for all Americans. We have enough money for seniors and those under the age, I believe they said under the age 12 to get these vaccines, but for the vast majority of adults, they do not have the funding for this. Well, at the same time, we just heard a couple days ago, Nancy Pelosi was out calling for $45 billion, and we do know that this week that Steny Hoyer has indicated to all of the representatives on the Democratic side in the House, be aware, keep your eyes peeled, we should be getting a bill here from the Senate coming over sometime this week, or within the next week or so, I should say. Maybe not this week, but within the next week or so. It should be coming over from the Senate, and that should be laying out some more COVID relief funds so that they can do all this stuff. Now, remember, yes, I do know that we're talking about COVID, we're talking about vaccines and all of this business, but here's the thing. All of the previous stimulus packages that we've received here over the last 2 years that also did contain stimulus checks, guess what? Those were also called COVID relief bills. Stimulus packages, COVID relief bills. So again, it's basically like a huge slush fund, and they can put whatever they want into it. At the same time, we do know that Joe Manchin has also indicated he has opened up negotiations and restarted talks with his Democratic colleagues on the next COVID relief bill and the next version of the reconciliation bill or the Build Back Better agenda. Now, it is not called the Build Back Better agenda anyway, but this is just the new version of it. So they're talking about it, and we should be seeing the outlines of these bills and these pieces of legislation here within the coming days. So again, wow, Congress has a lot on their plate right now. They're trying to juggle a whole bunch of things. Apparently, they're out of money when it comes to the COVID fund or the COVID bank account, essentially. So, you know what they want to do? When a bank account is empty, what do they want to do with it? They want to fill it up. Well, anybody else here have an empty bank account? Maybe they'd like to fill our bank accounts too, right? Just like the fast food restaurant. You go and it's unlimited refills, right? You drink it down and then you go back and say, hey, fill me up again. Why not, right? Wouldn't that be nice if that was the same way with Congress? Well, it may just be that way some point as they continue to roll out all of these guaranteed basic income programs, and in the event / when they actually do roll out one of these CBDCs or a Fed coin, otherwise known as digital currency, central bank digital currency. So again, we can talk about all that in a separate video, but there's a lot of talk about having a digital currency and how they would be able to send out all of these basically direct monthly payments, basically a guaranteed basic income program for the low income. So that's something else that's pretty exciting going on out there. And again, there's a lot going on out there, seriously. So I'm watching it all closely, and I'll break it all down into these short videos. But anyway, these are some of the updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. So this is what I have for you as of right now. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,300 videos right here on the channel. I hope you're having a nice day. Please enjoy your day. Stay safe out there. Subscribe down below. And please remember, I am here for you in any way that I possibly can be to help you out, as that is my commitment to you and this community. All right, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next update. I'll see you for now.